I think we were a little bit in disbelief. I think there was a lot of anxiety with a lot of people with the fear of the unknown. I know for me personally, we did have a number of pending deals. So my concern was whether or not we were going to have clients that were going to be homeless.
My initial reaction was kind of a shock and awe moment. It didn't really hit me till probably after the 2 weeks of being, sequestered with my wife and wondering kind of how things were going to move past.
Well, we weren't sure if we were going to be an essential service. We weren't sure if the lawyers' offices were going to be open or if the land titles offices were going to be open. So we really had to go into research mode and communication mode and make sure that we had the proper information so that we could help relieve the stressors that our clients were having. Well, for me, I'm a mom of 2. After the March break, we had to gear up to do school from home. So for the first little bit, it was focusing on them and their school and just, again, making sure we had all the correct information that the government was putting out and getting that to our clients. But then it was also managing not having care and working while also being there to support the kids.
I think the toughest part was I think I had a better appreciation for especially my partner and also my wife, Natasha. I had a great appreciation for what she does. I had a great appreciation for how resilient kids are and how tough they are, because that was very, very difficult on them. My life didn't necessarily change because I was out of the house working crazy hours as it is, but I think seeing the people around me, seeing the changes on how that affected them, I think that was the biggest thing for me. And how can we still do business and help them get into a house, help them sell their house?
Well, I think for us, we had always kind of had a business profile where we were always trying to streamline the transaction, and that was always something that we had it in the forefront. So when this kind of happened, we were quick to adapt.
We already had a lot of the technology in place that we saw people start to bring into the marketplace. We already had a 3D camera to do virtual tours, so we were able to utilize that to showcase the interior of homes where perhaps people couldn't come up and see them. We already had video and photography that we were doing. The other benefit is that we don't hire out to do those things, and just utilizing social media and utilizing all the strengths of our team. I think it made it easier to work together as a team, and I think we were very thankful that we had each other and we weren't having to face it alone. We were able to share work, share our clients, which is what we always do, and it just made us closer.
The biggest change was the pricing, where you had to give buyers time to view the property, which is why a lot of realtors decided to do what you call a seller direction, which means you're not looking at offers for, let's say, 7 to 10 days. So you're giving people time to look at the property, but because of the overwhelming demand for housing that we had, you saw a lot of benchmark prices where houses went up substantially. When they dropped the interest rates, they were fearful that the markets were going to come to a standstill. But what happened is when they dropped the interest rates, the property values went up.
I think North Bay had a very bright light shined on it throughout the pandemic. Everyone seems to know something about North Bay or know someone from North Bay, or there's some type of connection, and I find that was very heightened throughout the pandemic. We were kind of an important spot for relocation or investment, so I don't think that's going to change either.
As our industry goes, it's an ebb and flow market. It's going to go up, it's going to go down, and it's going to be ever changing. So I think right now we've got a lot of frustrated local buyers that are kind of done in, and I think a lot of people have taken the time to take a step back. But I do think that it'll circle back around, and it'll even itself out. I don't think we're in this for forever. So I think the big thing's hope, and I think that a lot of people will be able to be successful in the coming months. But it is going to be a process, and it is going to be something that will evolve as time progresses.
What the community has done for us is, I know personally for our team, our clients are very loyal. They're very, very supportive. So I think it's been reciprocal. And once again, I think North Bay is a tight-knit community, and small business is the lifeblood of our town. And I think not only did the real estate industry try and support these businesses, but lots of local people as well did the same thing, and that was great to see.
We as well partook in a lot of, especially the restaurants, because you kind of get sick of eating the same thing over and over again. So we would do a lot of takeout and try to support local business that way. And then now that we're at the end of it, it's nice that we're able to give our support and donations to some local teams and local organizations again, to help them. I love our community, and every community has its challenges, but I think that it's great here.